All right, everyone. Well, it's lovely to see so many people here today. Welcome to a Canaway demo class. As Valeria said, my name is Veronica, and I am an ESL teacher here at Canaway. I'm from Ottawa, where I am right now, but I currently live in Western Canada, which is Calgary, if you're familiar. So very familiar myself with all the different cities, of course. So I teach ESL classes, mostly intermediate, but I've been all over the place, throughout the past couple of years here at Canaway. I also teach IELTS, business, and some of our conversation classes for speaking practice. So I hope to see some of you in class in the future. There's lots of different classes I might see you in. Okay, so just a couple of things. I know that a few of you are here for a demo class, but I'm sure we have many different levels here. Some of you might be just beginning, some of you might be approaching intermediate level. But for my classes, I try to speak only English whenever possible. It's the best way to improve your fluency and your overall speaking skills. However, don't be nervous if I am speaking too quickly and you need me to slow down or you don't understand and want me to repeat or anything at all. Please let me know. Our classes are for you. So I am always here to accommodate anything or answer any questions in all of our classes. So please let me know if you have any questions. Giving you a quick introduction to classes here. There is a chat box option as well. So if you are a little shy and would prefer to write a question, that's fine. I can answer it in the chat box as well. And another thing is there is an annotation tab at the top of your Zoom. It should be at the top for you guys as the viewers. And there's a pencil button that's annotate. So I do like a lot of interaction, or we all here really like a lot of interaction in our classes. So we can join in and draw and circle and write answers so everyone can be involved in the class. So please try to find that annotation so that you can join in with our activities because we do a lot of interaction. It's not a lecture, it's a fun interactive class here. Okay, that was a lot of talking, so let's move on to our actual lesson, guys. So we are going to take a look at a basic demo class here. One of our first lessons, which is just about hobbies and interests. So things we like to do for fun. All right. So I do hope that you guys can do a lot of talking and feel comfortable today to join in with this class. So please raise your hand, answer questions. If you want to write the answer on the screen, that's good too. All right. We do like to, at Canaway, do a lot of breakout room activities where you can do more talking one-on-one with other students, but we won't do that so much today. We'll do just in class activities. However, in normal classes, you will have a lot of time with each other in breakout rooms so you can speak English. We will condense this class into just under an hour, opposed to 1.5. So we'll go through it a little bit quicker, but at least you'll get a general idea of how it usually works. Okay, so today we're going to focus on conversation when it comes to hobbies and activities. So lots of vocabulary about hobbies and activities. And we are going to do a little bit of grammar as well and take a look at gerunds. So basically ing words. So we're going to practice using ing words as well to talk about what we like doing. So a little bit of grammar, a little bit of vocabulary. Okay. So as I explained earlier, we have a few annotation options, And I know this is a demo class, but in real classes, we do have quizzes. So it is important to take notes. But please, guys, let me know if you have any questions, because it would be nice if you did do some learning today. Okay, so we're gonna start with a little bit of vocabulary practice and take a look at weekends and different activities that we might do on weekends or when you don't have work or you don't have school. So let's see if you guys know some of these hobbies and activities and their vocabulary. So we'll start with inside. Let's do this one here. Can someone tell me what this hobby is? Anybody? What is he doing? You can just shout out the answer if you think you know. Not sure? I think he might be, actually, I'm gonna write this in red.
Draw?
Yeah, thank you, Jenny. Yeah, I think he's drawing. Excellent, very good. Okay, and what about here? What are they doing?
Playing games?
Very good. Playing games, or yes, video games more specifically. Well done. Okay, and this is a little hard one. What do you think she's doing? Could be a few things.
Relaxing.
Relaxing, yeah, maybe she has a book. She could be reading. I don't know. Any other guesses? Sleeping. I don't know if that's a hobby, but yeah, very good. And what are they doing here?
Cooking.
Cooking, very good. So cooking is if it involves an oven or the stove top. And it could be baking, or I should say, sorry, stovetop, or like pots, basically, pots and stuff like that. And baking is if it's in the oven cooking. So there are different things. So baking is cookies, cake, bread, muffins, and cooking is on the stove. So sauce, pasta, things like that. Not sure if which one, but it could be one or the other. And what about this last one here?
Making
Any paint?
jewelry?
Yeah.
Paint?
Oh, paint. Yeah, it could be painting. I'm gonna say it's crafts or just art, but so that's a general term, like you make something. But yeah, it could be painting. I see like maybe sewing. It looks like she's making jewelry, right? Like jewelry, things like this. But as a whole, I'm gonna say art or crafts. All right, great. Good vocabulary, everyone. So let's take a look at outside. What is this guy doing here?
Surf.
Surfing. Very good. Does anyone surf here? No surfers? No? I would love to learn. Okay. What about this one? It's a garden. Gardening. Gardening. So growing flowers, growing plants, that's called gardening. Okay. And this is one of my favorite hobbies. What is this one here?
Walking, trekking.
Yeah, walking is like just walk to the store, but we can say hiking or trekking. Very good. They're both basically the same. But when you say I'm hiking or I'm trekking, when you hear that, it means through the mountains or very, very long distance. So it's a little more difficult than just walking. Okay, and finally, last one. Oh, sorry, not finally. What's this one here?
I think it's riding.
Yeah, we could say riding horses, to be specific. Very good. And this is the last one. What's this guy doing?
Skype.
Skateboarding. Very good. Skateboarding is with that board with the 4 wheels. Excellent, everyone. So here are some basic vocabulary about some various hobbies. Does anyone have any questions about any of these words? No problem? Okay, great. Good job, everybody. Okay. Let's scroll down. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we are taking a look at hobbies and activities. So we're going to look at, first of all, some different ways we can ask questions. So if you are talking to someone in Canada or anyone who speaks English, there are different ways that you can ask them about their hobbies and interests. So let's go through that together. First, we have, what do you like to do in your free time? I would say I'm going to put a star beside this one because this one is probably the most popular way that I would use, that most people would use. What do you do in your free time? Free time basically means not working, no school, no responsibility, just time to have fun. And then we have, what do you like to do on the weekends? But of course, we can change this to anything. What do you like to do on Saturdays? What do you like to do after work? What do you like to do after school? So this could be anything, anytime. Okay, what are your hobbies is a very general question. What are you into is very casual, or I can even say it's very informal. So this is a very informal way to ask someone about their hobbies if you're talking to, like, a friend or something like that. And then of course we can just say, do you enjoy? And then here we can put the hobby, but it would have to be ing. Do not put it infinitive here. There we go. So for example, do you enjoy skiing? Do you enjoy dancing? Do you enjoy cooking? Whatever it is. After, this is also side grammar here, but every time we say the word enjoy, we have to have an ing after. It's just a grammar rule. So you cannot say, do you enjoy to hike? Or do you enjoy hike? Doesn't work. You have to say, do you enjoy hiking? Do you enjoy painting? Do you enjoy studying English? Whatever it is. If you want to say to do to something, you would have to say like. So, do you like to ski? Do you like to dance? Do you like to hike? Then it's okay. So, like, you could have an infinitive follow. But enjoy, you have to have an ing or a gerund follow. So if I say those words today, this is what they are. A gerund is an ing word. So it's used as a noun, but it's an action with ing. Infinitive is something that is just the base form. So to plus the base form verb. So for example, just to show you guys what I mean, like dancing would be a gerund, while to dance would be an infinitive. So there always has to be a gerund after enjoy. All right, so does anyone have any questions so far? Okay, well, let's go ahead and practice answering. So the trick to English when you're answering questions is try to keep the answer as close to the question as possible. So you want to use very similar vocabulary. So for example, what do you like to do in your free time? I like to ski in my free time. We can also use like can actually have a gerund or an infinitive, unlike enjoy, which is only a gerund. So if someone says, what do you like doing on Friday? I like going to the bar on Friday. What are your hobbies? My hobbies are skiing, dancing, whatever. What are you into? I am into dancing. I am into hiking, whatever it is. So you want to use similar words in the question in your answer. Okay, so if anyone wants to answer, I'd love to hear you guys speak and practice. Does anyone want to tell me, what do you like to do in your free time? Would anyone like to practice? If you would like to write your answer in the chat box, that's fine. But I would also love to hear you. Who would like to tell me? What do you like to do in your free time? I'm going to pick someone. Daniel.
Okay. I like to play soccer with my friends.
Perfect. Excellent. Very nice. Do you watch the World Cup now? Daniel, you like soccer? Do you watch the World Cup?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like. I see
yeah.
today the match.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been very surprising. All right. Does anyone else want to answer? What do you like doing on the weekends? Yes, it's Leslie.
Hi, I like doing playing basketball with my friends.
Perfect.
Friday.
On Friday. Yeah, excellent. Good. Now you can just replace playing with doing. So you don't have to say doing. This is just representing a verb. So if you're going to say playing, then you can just say playing. You don't have to say doing. So I like playing basketball or whatever it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Very good. On Fridays. Yeah, well done. Okay, anyone else? What else does anyone like doing? Okay, how about Jenny? What do you like doing on the weekends?
Hay dos Jenny.
Oh, you're not Jenny?
Yeah,
Oh,
sí.
sorry.
I like to hear music.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, very good. Like to hear or like hearing, both fine. Very good. Okay, does anyone want to tell me what are your hobbies? My hobbies are reading, hiking, skiing, and yoga. Does anyone want to tell me their hobbies? I'm not going to call anyone out because I know you might
Yes,
be new.
my favorite hobbies are play soccer, watch movies, and walk at the park, in the park.
Oh, that's lovely. Very nice. It's a really good hobby. Okay, what about this casual one? What are you into? Does anyone want to tell us? What are you into? This is super casual, super informal way to ask. Like, I'm into yoga or I'm into hiking. If you're a little shy, that's okay. And of course, I'm into hiking. So if I wanted to ask you as well, I could say, do you enjoy hiking? Does anyone enjoy hiking?
Yes,
Yes, I like.
Yeah, you like hiking?
I enjoying hiking.
Okay, very good. Excellent. I enjoy hiking. Perfect. Well done. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, very good work, everyone. When erase. Tell me if I'm writing too fast. If you're taking notes, I can slow down. Okay, so we talked about this very briefly earlier, but we can use like to talk about hobbies. It's actually very common to use like to talk about hobbies. So we can use it with nouns and we can use it with verbs as well. And we can use it with infinitives and we can use it with gerunds. So why don't we just go ahead and make sure we're familiar with these. So can you guys go ahead, if you know where the annotation is, can you underline the verbs that you see here in these sentences? So verbs. And if you forgot, a verb is an action word. If anyone needs help with underline, this should be in your annotation, but I can slowly help you. So like, likes, like, play, likes, play. Now, what about here? Nouns. If you guys can find the annotation button on your Zoom screen, you can draw along with me. But can you circle the nouns? And if you need remembering, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So can you circle the nouns? I'll give you a couple of seconds, then I'll help you. Okay, I'll help you out. Maybe you don't know where the annotation is quite yet, but basically soccer are our simple nouns here, and we have pronouns or people, I and she and they and he. Okay, so that is nouns and verbs. Please let me know if you have any questions about what those are. I can explain it if you need any help. But we can talk about, we can use like with nouns or verbs. And if we use verbs, we can use it with infinitives or gerunds. So for an example, why is this in blue again? Let me do this in red. Here we go. Okay, like I like books. So if you ask me what is my hobby, I can say, oh, I like books. So is that a noun or a verb? Can anyone tell me?
Now,
It's a noun, very good. It's a person, place, or thing, or something you can touch, so it's a noun. I can also use it, I can say this as a verb, so that would be to read. So I can do two ways. I like to read, or I like reading. Both are fine. They are basically saying the same thing at this point. So we have the infinitive and we have a gerund, and these are both verbs. So all these sentences are saying the same thing. They are all talking about our hobbies, but we can talk about our hobbies by what we like in terms of a noun or in terms of an action or a verb. They're both okay. So those are the different ways we can use like, in many ways. So here, as you can see, soccer is, I circled it earlier. It's a noun here. And here we have play soccer, to play soccer. So we have the same idea written in verbs. Okay, does anyone have any questions about this so far? Easy enough?
yes, teacher. I have a question.
Sure.
When I use finish s and like she, he,
Oh, okay. Yeah, very good question. Yeah, it goes back to basic conjugations, and we do have to put, when we're using the present simple, there's only one really strict word. Let's go through that, actually. So when we use the present simple, we do have to put an S on the third person. So let's go through that. So I like, you, any guess? Like, he
likes,
likes, she
likes,
likes, it, like the dog,
likes,
good, we
like,
and they like. Yeah. So very good question. So this is all the time with every verb when we are using the present simple tense. He, she, and it must have an S on it. That's with any verb, regular or irregular, doesn't matter. I play, Tom plays. They cook, he cooks. It doesn't matter what the verb is. We don't have to say he or she as well. We can actually say a name like Sarah likes, or John likes, or the cat likes. We can replace these with names as well. But if we're ever talking about one person or one thing, they always have to have an S on the verb with the present simple tense all the time. Good question. All right, any other questions? Good to go, no problem? All right, guys, well done. Okay, tell me if I'm going too quickly. Okay, so this is just kind of already showed you already, but here we have another just example of how we can say three things that are saying the same thing. Our hobby is soccer, and we can say that in different ways. I like soccer, a noun. I like to play soccer. Is this a verb or a noun?
Verb.
Yeah, very good. I like playing soccer, verb or noun?
Bird.
Verb, very good. But this one's infinitive and this one's a gerund. In terms of this, when we talk about like or dislike, we can also say dislike as well. Same thing. I dislike playing soccer. They are the same in this case. Okay. Very good. All right. Very good. Okay. And here we just see a little bit more detailed about the difference with the verbs here. We have the infinitive. That actually didn't write that. I can write that here. And then we have a gerund, which is ing, and then a noun. And a noun is any object, anything, person, place, or thing. And a sport is a noun. Okay. Very good. So let's take a look at a little bit of Canada trivia, as I'm from Canada. These are two very popular sports played in Canada. Does anyone know what these are?
Hockey.
Yeah, hockey. Very good. Oops. There we go. Hockey. And what about this one? It's not rugby. Everyone thinks rugby. Rugby is Australia, I think. This is lacrosse. Yeah, you might not have heard of that. It's not very popular. I think in Europe they play, like in Norway and Amsterdam, they play, but in Canada it's very popular. So these are two popular sports in Canada. Has anyone ever played hockey or lacrosse or seen it? I never played. No, neither. Yeah, neither. They're very like violent. So I've never wanted to play. Okay, so we're actually going to play a little game now. These are some, they say sports played in Canada, but they're popular in a lot of places. So I'm going to show you guys how to play, and then I'm going to give you maybe a couple minutes to play on your own, just for fun, because it's always nice to learn while playing. All right, so here we have a few sports. See if you know the English terms. So I'll just do one with you guys. What is this sport? Any ideas?
Skin.
Skiing. So if you think it's skiing, you just drag it over. You can just click the whatever you think it is and, go ahead and drag it over. And you can go next. I just didn't want you to see the answers. You can go next, and there's one more page, and then you can actually take a look at the answers. So I'm going to just go back to the beginning here. Where's the link? And share the link with you. Let me share again. And you guys can play. I think it should only take, where is it? There we go. Should only take a few minutes. I'll probably give you like 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the chat box. All right, so you can go ahead in the chat box and click the link and play. All right, guys, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. See how you do. And for anyone who just came in, here's the link again. See how you do. Good luck. And if any of these sports are like totally new for you, let me know. I can explain it if you need any help. All right. 2 more minutes. Okay, it's a few more seconds here. How's everyone doing? Don't Google, don't cheat. Okay, are we all done the game? Yeah? Okay, okay, I don't want to rush you if you're not done yet, but all right. How did that go, everyone? Is that okay? Yeah? All right. I don't want to rush you if you're still finishing, so please let me know if you need a few more minutes for that, but you can go ahead and play later. Okay, hopefully your sports trivia went okay. Why don't we just go to the end here and take a look at it. Okay, good. So yes, soccer. I know football is probably the proper way. Baseball, badminton, ringette, which is like hockey. It's also a Canada sport. It's like hockey, but girls play this one. It's just a stick with like a circle like this, and it's basically the same thing. Golf, tennis, volleyball. Good. Rugby, but we can just say rugby. That's fine. Cycling or biking, bowling, canoeing, swimming, equestrian, or horseback riding is okay as well. And squash, which is very difficult. Okay, does anyone have any questions about these sports? No problem? Okay, very good. All right, so why don't you guys tell me about, I know it says partner work, but we'll just do this in class together. Can anyone tell me about sports played in your country? Does anyone want to share that one?
Soccer,
Soccer, of course.
basketball,
Uh-huh.
tennis,
Okay, good.
swimming,
Swimming, nice.
golf.
And golf, okay. Oh, very good. Thank you for sharing. Excellent. Anyone else? Leslie.
In Ecuador, we play in soccer, swimming, volleyball, basketball,
Okay.
surfing.
And surfing. Oh, yeah. Oh, how cool. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Very good. Anyone else? Any cool sports? No, not too many others. So I think most of the sports that we saw in that game are probably popular in a lot of places too. Okay, so this would probably be something we would do in a breakout room so you guys can get more time to talk with each other. A lot more English practice is really helpful. But for now, we'll just do this one together. So if you would like to answer freely, just free talking and English practice, of course, make sure you say it correctly. Please go ahead and raise your hand or answer the question. So what do you like to do on the weekends? So on the weekends, I like to go hiking, or I like to read, or I like to relax and do nothing. Anyone else? What do you like to do on the weekends? Would like to answer.
In the weekends, I like to go to lake.
Oh, the lake. Do you have a lake near your house?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
35 kilometers.
Oh, sounds nice. Oh, how lovely. That'll be really pretty. Good. Did anyone else have anything they like to do on the weekends? Not really.
On the weekends, I like to do watching series because I believe that is I will be relaxing after of my job.
Yeah, for sure. Good. So you say, I like to relax, or I like to watch TV.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, very good. Well done. Okay. And you guys kind of already explained why you enjoy it, because it's beautiful. You like to relax after work. So anytime you're answering the question why, you must answer using because. Oops, I wrote that wrong though. There we go. Okay. And another way we can extend these questions, what else do you like to do? So that means that I want more information. So if anyone asks you, oh, you like to go to the lake, what else do you like to do? It means tell me more. Oh, and I like to go canoeing, or I like to fish. I like to read a book by the water, whatever it is. All right, very nice job. Any questions about how to answer these questions? No problem? Okay, very good work. Okay, good job. All right, so a little bit more practice with how we can answer questions, and obviously speaking practice here. In my free time, I like to, so in a normal canoe class, I would probably have you guys do this in classes or in groups, sorry, together, just to practice filling in sentences. So I'm just going to go through that a little bit quickly here. Another way we can answer, when I have free time. So free time is something you have. I have free time. When I have free time, I like doing, or I like to do. So that's another way that we can fill out that answer correctly. And again, we would probably do this in breakout rooms so you can get more practice. And here as well. So I think we're going to jump ahead to the last part before we finish today and do a Kahoot quiz. Has anyone ever heard of Kahoot before? A few,
Yes.
maybe? Yeah, okay, cool. Some people have never. Don't worry if you have not. It is super fun. And we actually do Kahoot quizzes quite often here at Canaway. Our actual quizzes are done in class. However, we do Kahoot quizzes on the last day, on the review day before our actual quiz, as a fun little review, just to make sure that you are like ready to go and see how you do. It's more for you to practice. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm actually going to pull it up on my phone so you can get an idea of how it looks. For anyone who doesn't know, you just go to this website up here, www.kahoot.it. You do not need the app. Okay, so it will look like this. Okay, and then you just enter the PIN number, which is this one right here. All right, guys, so I'll give everyone a couple minutes to join. There we got a couple. One more minute. Okay. Are we waiting on anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of time. If you need more time, please yell at me. If not, we are moving on. Okay. All right. I will stop and explain the answers as we go through it. This is just to show you how they are usually, how the quizzes work. Always easy to start. How are you feeling right now? It's not a trick question. Okay, we got a mix of opinions here. Very good. They're all right. We always start with an easy question at Canaway, but we'll do a real one now. Okay, what is the subject of the sentence? I will explain subject after if you need help. So my phone is ringing. Very good. My phone is the subject. Well done. So I'm just going to go through this with you here briefly. So first of all, the subject is the thing or person in a sentence that is doing the action. Usually it's the first thing in the sentence. So it's usually subject, verb, and then object. That's how most basic sentences go in English. So the subject is my phone because that is what is doing the action. Is would be the verb here. That's the main verb. And ringing here. So we have is ringing. Does anyone know what kind of grammar that is? Don't worry if you're not sure. That is
Present progressive.
Yeah, very good. Well done. Job, Leslie. Present progressive. So present progressive is the verb to be plus a verb in ing. I am teaching, you are listening. So this is a very quick summary here. We have an actual lesson, I believe in the intermediate level in kind of way that's just about the progressive tense. But the progressive is basically something that is happening right now. So if something's happening right now or in this current period of time, we would use the present progressive. So it is ringing. Okay, does anyone have any questions about the present progressive at all? It's a pretty straightforward tense. Good work. Okay, very good. Got a new winner so far. Okay, subject of this one. All right, very good. Same as the last one here. Subject is usually the first thing in the sentence. It's the object or person that is doing the action. So our class is. So interesting. Do you know what word form that is? What is interesting? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? It's an
Verb.
adjective. It's an adjective, actually. It is interesting. I know that ing can be very tricky, a little confusing. And again, we have a whole class also in intermediate level just about using adjectives and how they are not just big, small, hot, cold, but they also could have ed or ing at the end. So this is an adjective because an adjective describes a noun. So he is tall. The pencil is long. My ring is big. My hair is brown. So those are all adjectives. They describe the noun. So like the movie is boring, for example. Boring is the adjective because it is describing the movie, and the movie is a noun. So it tells us what it's like or what it looks like. We're just describing it. Very is just one of those adjectives that, or it's a modal that just explains how interesting. So you might see that like it's a little bit, or it's a lot, or it's kind of. So this just means it's a very high level of interesting. So yes, so that is an adjective actually. And the subject is still going to be that first thing basically in the sentence. It's doing the action. Tricky one. Good. Yeah, excellent, everyone. Well done. Just like I mentioned earlier, the present progressive. But can someone tell me why we say are dancing and not is dancing? Why is that? Not sure? So our sub, yeah.
Is like to one people, I think.
Yeah, very good. Exactly. So we always use is when we're talking about one. So one person or one thing, like it is hot or she is tall. But we use are when we're talking about plural or two or more. It's easier. They are tall, or the pencils are on my desk. So are is always for more than one. She and her friends, we don't know how many friends, it could be 3 or 4 or 5, but this is more than one. This is 2, or this is probably at least 3 or more, right? So are, because we have 3 people or 4 people or 5 people, we don't have one, we have 2 or more. So we must use are. This is a rule we use in English all the time. So are is for 2 or more, and is for 1. Any questions about that? I feel like I'm giving you guys a lot of grammar today. I'm sorry. Okay. So many things to remember. So right now, so it's probably present progressive. Very good. Are hiking. Excellent. Because we know it's present progressive because right now is right this moment. They are hiking because they is 2 or more. So we wouldn't say is hiking. We would say are hiking. Okay, good work. Almost done. Fill in the blanks. At this moment. Very good. He is cooking. Very good. Because also we know it's present progressive because at this moment, right now. Very good. And he is 1, so he is cooking, not he are. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions as we go through this. I see that a few of you put cooks, and you're right. It is correct to say he cooks. That is a correct grammar, because he would be the third person, which would have an S on it. However, we know at this moment is present progressive because it's right now. So we must not use the present simple. All right, very good, everyone. Okay, almost done. Okay, answer the question. Remember the rule after enjoy. I know it was a while ago. Very good. Enjoy, ing. We always, if you're using a verb, not a noun, but if you ever use a verb after enjoy, it has to be ing. You cannot say to or just the base form. So this is wrong because it's infinitive. This is wrong because there's no ing. We do not put to and ing together, never. So it has to be enjoy playing. Very good. Well done. That's always the rule as well. Okay, let's see how we do with our last question, and then we got to finish up. Very good. Actually, both are fine. Because I mentioned earlier, when we say like, we can either say like to do, we can say to do, or we can say doing, or to play, playing, to hike, hiking. But like can be infinitive, or it can be the gerund. So both of these are perfect after like. However, as I mentioned in the previous question, we cannot ever have to and ing. They never go together. We never say to doing. No. So you never do that. It's the rule in English. So you will never see to and ing together. Does anyone have any questions? It's okay? Good work, guys. I know I just gave you a lot of grammar, a lot of information in 1 hour. So very well done. Okay. Oliver, good work. Danny, fantastic. And our winner today, Leslie, very good work. Fantastic, everybody. Did very well today for your first Kahoot quiz with Canaway, and a lot of grammar that we learned today. So don't worry if you feel like it was a lot. It was a lot. Well done. Does anyone have any questions before I finish up here today? Okay. All right. Well, it was so nice to see so many people and so many people joining in. It's lovely to meet you. I hope I see you again one day in another class, and we can continue learning together. I'm sure Valeria will answer your questions and give you more information now. It's lovely to see you guys. Have a good night and a good Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Veronica. So, ahora buenas noches nuevamente. Como mencionas, soy Valeria y soy parte del equipo de marketing de Canaway Academy. Y bueno, ahora quiero quedarme con ustedes unos 10 a 15 minutos para comentarles un poco sobre nuestro programa de inglés, que es lo que hoy han podido experimentar junto a Verónica. Y les comento desde ya que los que se queden hasta el final van a tener acceso a un descuento exclusivo por haber participado en este evento en particular. Entonces, para comenzar, les comento que el programa de jóvenes y adultos tiene 4 niveles: el de inducción, básico, intermedio y avanzado. Y las clases son de lunes a viernes, 1 hora y media, en donde son 24 horas de clase como la de hoy y 6 horas de ejercicios, actividades interactivos en nuestra plataforma que trabajamos de Moodle. Los profesores son canadienses, como el día de hoy, pero acá resaltar que del básico 1 al básico 5 se les van a asignar profesores hispanobilingües, y esto es más para que las personas puedan adaptarse al idioma. Y a partir del básico 6 hasta finalizado el avanzado 4, ya son profesores canadienses nativos. Y como les mencioné, las clases son un máximo de 15 alumnos en promedio, y se incluye bajo el precio lo que son los materiales para cada nivel, un certificado digital que se entrega por cada nivel, incluso por cada ciclo, y un examen de clasificación sin costo. Este examen de clasificación que debe rendir todo alumno que quiere comenzar desde cualquier nivel dentro de Kahoot Academy, incluso de cualquier programa que contamos, no solo de jóvenes y adultos, sino para la conversación, para el de IELTS, el de inglés para negocios. Siempre deben dar este examen para que así se les pueda asignar en el nivel que les corresponda y no en un futuro tengan inconvenientes en el proceso de aprendizaje del idioma. Y bueno, entre los grandes beneficios que podemos ofrecerles está que es una metodología 100% inmersiva. Por el hecho de contar con profesores nativos, a ustedes les motiva y se les exige poder practicar el idioma para poder comunicarse. Y esto les permite mejorar su pronunciación, aumentar su vocabulario, porque para el profesor va a ser la única forma de poder comunicarse. Además de que van a poder, si es que en un futuro ustedes están planeando venir a Canadá, actualmente yo me encuentro en Alberta, Calgary, necesitan familiarizarse con expresiones, con la cultura canadiense, para que este choque cultural no sea tan fuerte al llegar. Y los cursos que tenemos acá en Kahoot les permite esto, porque como son profesores canadienses, les van a poder enseñar sobre la cultura, expresiones, de repente algunas curiosidades, datos importantes de Canadá, que les va a servir en un futuro. Y bueno, eso son todo lo que es respecto al programa de inglés jóvenes y adultos. También tenemos el curso de preparación IELTS, que dura entre 2 a 3 meses, y el curso de conversación, que tenemos 3 niveles: básico, intermedio y avanzado, y en cada mes se ven diferentes temas. Por lo tanto, nunca vas a repetir y puedes inscribirte a un mismo nivel cuantas veces necesitas para seguir reforzando tu pronunciación, tu fluidez. Y bueno, en clases de conversación son de lunes a jueves, y con una duración de 3 semanas y también 1 hora y media de clase. Y ahora, para comentarles un poco de las modalidades de pago que tenemos. Actualmente el precio de la mensualidad por curso es de $79. Pero por haber asistido a este evento van a tener un 10% de descuento en el primer mes. Y este es válido tanto para el curso de inglés jóvenes y adultos, conversación o de inglés para negocio. También va a estar lo que es una promoción del 2 por 130, que pueden inscribirse a 2 cursos siempre y cuando cumplan con los requisitos, o pagar por adelantado 2 meses. Igual que la promoción de 4 por 50, acá solo aplica para una persona, y puedes pagar a 4 meses por adelantado o acceder a 4 cursos dentro de los programas de inglés en Canaway. Y por ser la temporada navideña, tenemos las membresías Canaway, que tú acá eliges la duración que necesites para poder seguir practicando el idioma. Tenemos de 6, 9 y 12 meses. Y el beneficio de las membresías es que puedes inscribirte a todos los cursos que quieras de Canaway y puedes tener cursos en paralelo, o, por ejemplo, llevar jóvenes y adultos por la mañana y en la noche un curso de conversación. Es importante que sí cumplas con los requisitos para cada curso. Es decir, por ejemplo, en el curso de conversación de básico, me piden un básico mínimo de básico 6. Entonces, puedes estar en paralelo con un curso de jóvenes y adultos del básico 6 o del básico 7 para adelante y llevar tu curso de conversación básico. Entonces, vas practicando de dos maneras el idioma. Y también la membresía te permite congelar un mes para que puedas, por ejemplo, ahorita que se vienen las vacaciones, enero, febrero, puedes congelar un mes para tomar tiempo libre, para otras actividades, y no habría ningún problema y no es que se te cancele la membresía, y solo va a ser posible una vez después de haber comprado la membresía. Y también te permite, una vez que haces la compra de la membresía, puedes iniciar hasta 2 meses después. Es decir, puedes comprar ahorita y acá en enero, febrero no haces el inglés, pero en marzo comienzas con todo y puedes tomar la membresía 6, 9, 12 meses. Inicias el 2023 con todo. Y esta promoción de las membresías van a estar válidas hasta el 4 de diciembre. Luego del 4 de diciembre, estas membresías se mantienen, pero el precio sube. Así que les recomiendo que las tomen porque es la
¿Hasta qué
última
fecha,
oferta
perdón?
del año. Hasta el 4 de diciembre.
Pero
Ay,
estamos
perdón, no,
a
esto no. Inició el 4 de diciembre, pero acaba el 6 de enero.
ok, hasta 6 de enero.
Sí, hasta el 6 de enero van a estar válidas. Y bueno, acá les voy a dejar el QR para que puedan acceder a este 10% de descuento que solo es válido para los $79 de la mensualidad, ¿no? Acá les voy a dejar también el link por el chat para que puedan ir directo en caso que no puedan poner el QR. Y en las clases, acá hay una confusión, empiezan el 9 de enero del 2023. Y bueno, estoy disponible para que me puedan hacer todas las preguntas que necesiten sobre los programas acá en Canaway Academy. Pueden levantar la mano o dejarlo por el chat y les ayudo a resolver todo eso.
Hola, buenas. Mira, quisiera hacer una consulta.
Sí,
Estuve
dime.
viendo los horarios de clase y me gustaría saber cuál es la zona horaria que ustedes usan.
Sí, nosotros trabajamos con la hora de Toronto, que me parece que actualmente es la misma hora de Perú. Sí.
Ya, mira, porque yo estoy en Canadá también, pero estoy en BC y tenemos 3 horas de diferencia.
Sí,
Y quería saber, a mí me conviene, por ejemplo, tomar el horario más tarde. ¿Qué
claro.
pasa si en el horario que yo elijo no se logra el mínimo de alumnos que se requieren para impartir esa clase?
Claro, cuando pasa eso, normalmente en Canaway hay la restricción de que se cierra una clase cuando hay 3 alumnos. Tienen que haber 4 alumnos o hasta incluso a veces 5 alumnos para que la clase se mantenga. Y una vez que se decide cerrar una clase por el poco número de alumnos inscritos, el asesor que te ayudó a inscribirte se comunica contigo de que se cancela por tal motivo y te va a dar 2 opciones. El pago se mantiene, que ya realizaste y te inscribes el próximo mes, y ya eliges tu horario vas a poder elegir tu horario temprano, es decir, que te da la opción de que no te roben el cupo a futuro, o también te dan a la opción de que puedas registrarte a otro curso de, por ejemplo, de conversación, siempre y cuando cumplas el requisito en el horario que tú tengas disponible. Y me parece que incluso hay la tercera opción de que, por ejemplo, tú estás en un básico 7, el básico 7 hubo pocos registrados y se tiene que cerrar. Tú vas a poder inscribirte al básico 6 para poder volver a tomarlo con otro profesor, con otro grupo, y no hay un cobro, o sea, vas a poder llevar el curso y el siguiente mes haces tu básico 7 con el pago que ya realizaste previamente. Esas son las tres opciones disponibles. Sí te comento que todo lo que es inducción básico, siempre hay números altos, suelen tener números altos de registrados, entonces es poco probable que se cierre. Sí suele pasar con intermedio avanzado porque ya llegan a ser grupos más reducidos. Pero los horarios de la noche suelen ser los más pedidos, entonces siempre se mantiene ahí con el horario abierto.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Perdón, ahorita que mencionan lo de los horarios, cualquier nivel tiene diferentes horarios. Por
Sí.
ejemplo, si yo
Ujú,
estuviera en el 5 o 6, ¿no? Nivel 5 o
ujú.
6, puedo escoger, no sé, a partir de qué hora, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cada nivel tiene diferentes horarios. Suelen abrirse o muy temprano o a las 7 de la mañana y los horarios más pedidos son de las 7:30 de la noche. Pero cada nivel sí tiene diferentes horarios. Hay a veces, por ejemplo, que básico 2, por ejemplo, tengan dos horarios, dos aulas, pero en el mismo horario, 7:30. Pero uno va a un aula y otro grupo va a otro aula Zoom, pero se mantiene el mismo horario.
Ok.
Ujú.
Es decir, que no empiezan, por ejemplo, este de las 7, es de 7:30 a 9, más o menos.
Claro, sí, de 7:30 a 9 p.m. o 7:30 a.m.
Ah, ok. En cuanto al costo, este que nos comentas del 10% es solamente en el primero, en el
Sí,
primer pago,
en la mensualidad, precio mensual.
y ya la siguiente sería normal, digamos, los
Sí,
79.
sería normal. Ujú, exacto. Sí les recomiendo, me les voy a pasar el link, a ver un momento, del link de WhatsApp de los asesores. Igualmente tienen ese link dentro de la página web. Con ese van a poder hablar directamente por WhatsApp del asesor. Y ellos, cada uno de los asesores, tienen un cupón. Y ese cupón también les permite tener otra opción para tener algún descuento dentro de la mensualidad. Que se los voy a compartir ahorita por WhatsApp, por acá por el chat de Zoom. Y ahí a ellos mismos les pueden preguntar o sea, si tienen algún cupón aparte para adquirir un descuento exclusivo. Ya, se los compartí. ¿Alguna otra pregunta más para ayudarles?
En caso que yo no pueda participar de una clase, estas clases quedan grabadas, ¿no es cierto?
Sí, todas las clases son grabadas y se suben al día siguiente de la clase y vas a poder tener acceso a este. Incluso vas a poder tener acceso a todas las clases hasta 3 meses haber culminado un ciclo. Así que puedes repasar todo lo que quieras.
Entonces, una vez, por ejemplo, si yo quisiera ya inscribirme, pues para aplicar el descuento me voy a la página y ya lo veo directamente en la página o es directamente contigo.
Es con las
¿Cómo sería
clases.
el proceso?
Ellos te van a ayudar a hacer el registro, a que puedas dar el examen de clasificación, que dura entre 20 a 25 minutos. Y ellos te van a ayudar incluso a cómo hacer los métodos de pago, todo. Entonces,
Ok,
en
toda la
el último
información.
link que les he compartido, ahí les va a llevar directamente al WhatsApp. Incluso acá, si es que dejan todos sus datos dentro de este formulario, ellos
Ujú.
mismos se van a comunicar con ustedes el día de mañana, a más tardar por la tarde, para comentarles de que, bueno, ya van a saber que han participado del evento y van a tener acceso a este descuento de 10%, y ya con ellos pueden resolver más dudas, ¿no? Ya en casos particulares.
Ok.
Ujú. ¿Alguna otra consulta?
Sí, Valeria,
Sí,
¿qué metodología utilizan para las clases conversacionales? ¿Qué herramientas? ¿Cómo es el proceso?
En las clases de conversación, para empezar, son 8 alumnos. Acá el número se reduce por ser eh, clase de conversación donde el profesor necesita escuchar absolutamente a todos. La clase se usa, igual se trabaja con la plataforma Moodle para poder complementar lo aprendido en clase, y es de full práctica. No es como, por ejemplo, la clase de hoy, que tienen que ya trabajar mucho grammar, ¿no? Ya es directo a la conversación, hay mucho la separación en pequeñas aulas dentro del Zoom para que puedan practicar con los mismos alumnos, y es más personalizado por el hecho de que necesita el profesor tener 100% de concentración en el alumno para ver si la pronunciación, si la fluidez es la correcta. Es de más participativo y práctico, ¿no? Por eso es que se requiere un nivel básico 6, para que el alumno pueda ya desenvolverse tranquilamente en el idioma.
Gracias.
No te preocupes.
Disculpa, y por ejemplo, en este curso como el que nos dieron, o bueno, que vimos,
Ujú.
no sé si a lo mejor es porque fue la muestra, ¿no? Regularmente se tienen los 3 objetivos de listening, grammar y speaking, ¿no?
Sí, en todas las
Sí,
clases se trabaja
trabajan.
así.
¿No?
Ujú.
Ok.
Sí, se busca trabajar todos los aspectos del idioma, listening, speaking, writing y grammar.
Ok.
Sí, en todas las unidades y en todos los niveles.
Ok, gracias.
Sí, sí. ¿Alguna otra consulta? Bueno, yo quisiera preguntarles a ustedes si es que aquí dentro del grupo alguien tiene planeado venir a Canadá a estudiar o trabajar en un futuro. Así me comentan.
¿Puedo comentar algo?
Sí, claro, pregunta.
Ah, bueno, yo soy estudiante, tengo 14 años, y mi papá quiere ir a estudiar a Canadá.
Perfecto.
Eh,
Sí,
vamos a ir, vamos a irnos a vivir a Canadá el próximo año en julio.
ya estás a tiempo. Entonces, sí, aquí, ¿en qué provincia vas a ir particularmente?
Vamos a vivir en Windsor.
Ok. Bueno, yo te comento desde acá en la experiencia, el inglés en Canadá es mucho, ay, ¿cómo decirlo? Es diferente al que manejan en Estados Unidos y en Australia, porque me he dado cuenta que allá los nativos hablan mucho más rápido y mucho como que todo más abreviado, ¿no? Obviamente lo simplifican, pero acá en Canadá la pronunciación de los nativos es mucho más lenta. Y tú puedes comprender, o sea, como latino o como, obviamente, no canadiense, es más cómodo, puedes trabajarlo, y yo que, siendo bien sincera, en un inicio me da mucha vergüenza hablar inglés, y es normal, porque no estamos acostumbrados y solo lo trabajamos dentro de clase. Pero una vez que llegas y comienzas a hablar con canadienses nativos o personas que ya viven acá años y ya están manejando la pronunciación canadiense como tal, es mucho más amigable, mucho más amigable. Se van a dar cuenta se van a dar cuenta de ese detalle en clases. Los profesores, como son nativos, tienden a tener esto. Y no solo porque son profesores, ¿no? Y saben que no manejan el idioma al 100%, no porque realmente son así. De verdad, para mí es un alivio porque te acostumbras, puedes entender mejor, mantienes conversaciones mucho más largas y te ayuda a ti mismo a soltarte. Entonces, aprender el idioma con profesores nativos, sabiendo que te vas a ir en un futuro a Canadá, es la mejor opción que puedes tener. Y dentro del mercado de clases de inglés, Canaway maneja unos precios menos, o sea, más reducidos a comparación de otros. Entonces, sí, es una opción muy buena y mejorar, ¿no? Mejorar el idioma. Tomar las membresías también te ayudan a tomar diferentes cursos, ¿no? Y así ya tener todo planeado en algún momento venir y estar más que listos. Y es que en un momento quieren venir por acá, están más que invitados, sigan practicando el idioma, los profesores van a estar esperándolos para que puedan resolver todas sus dudas y mejorar el idioma. Así que si ya no tienen más dudas, yo ya cerraría este evento y agradecería a todos por haber participado dentro de la clase. Y no olviden que está el link en el Zoom para que puedan hablar con un asesor y también tener acceso al descuento con el formulario que les dejé también en Zoom. Muchísimas gracias a todos por haber participado. Espero verlos pronto por ahí en clase, porque yo también aún estoy en clases de conversación. Así que muchísimas gracias a todos y muy buenas noches.
Gracias. Hasta luego.